You too. Crazy work.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
Yeah, man. Talk to me nice. What up, YouTube? BitCL Heavy Bag TV. Man, if you don't get your goof ass in here and hit the bag. Listen, is anybody peeping the heart and the size of the balls on Vergil Ortiz? Real quick, man. Shout out Vergil Ortiz. Wanting basically all the smoke he can get at 54. I mean, he is truly winning me over as a Vergil Ortiz Jr. fan. And now bro is in talks with Bakhram Murtazaliev, who we all in this most recent fight seen him completely destroy Tim Tszyu in the third round. And he's barking up that IBF championship tree. Now, of course, you know, Vergil Ortiz had his sights set on maybe a Sebastian Fundora, but how likely is that? Especially given his performances versus a Boychuk and now a Madrimov, which were some really, really good fights for Vergil Ortiz. Extremely close, in my opinion, in that Boychuk fight. And I thought he worked Madrimov over that second half of that fight, man. Listen, the dude looked good. You can't be mad at getting in, or you can't be mad at those decisions in either fight. I would have loved to seen a rematch with Boychuk, but for a lot of people, he would not win decisively as well. And he's just moving through these guys, man. Now it appears he wants a piece of the IBF champ, Bakhram Murtazaliev, man. And according to Dan Raphael, those negotiations are ongoing. But as far as Vergil Ortiz and Golden Boy, they're saying that the money not close yet, right? Of course, Vergil Ortiz is a bigger name right now than Bakhram Murtazaliev, who's, of course, 23-0, got the big knockout over Tim Tszyu, but still relatively unknown. And then you have this Vergil Ortiz, they've been building pretty solid now since 47, and that does have some type of name, right? So it's a battle for the A side, and even though Murtazaliev is the true IBF champion, that's the part of the negotiations that's getting a little sticky. Who's going to get the A side money? But this is a fight that I'm pretty sure Murtazaliev, in order to continue to keep proving himself, he'll be willing to more than likely take the back seat on some of the bread, and understand that Vergil Ortiz is the name. And listen, that's a great fight, right? Because you think of Murtazaliev, there's no way you're gonna be able to be on that front foot and pressure Murtazaliev in the form or in the manner that you recently did Madrimov in those efforts that really slowed him down the second half of that fight. This is going to be somebody who's going to be willing to be there and trade with you a lot like he did with Tim Tszyu. And we saw what happened to Tim Tszyu, who's a front foot fighter, much like Vergil Ortiz. You know, this dude's dangerous, power in both hands, and he's big, right? I don't know if you guys really peeped just how much bigger than Tim Tszyu he was, and Tim Tszyu, a natural 54 pounder. And now again, this is somebody coming up from 47 in the Vergil Ortiz. Now I do believe a little bit more acclimated at the weight, now that I believe he's had like at least 4 fights now, and he's fought 2 of the very best that the division has to offer in a Boychuk and a Madrimov, in my opinion. So, man, I think this fight actually gets done. I just think it's going to be wiggle room for somebody like a Murtazaliev, who appears to be probably chasing more legacy than anything, and understands he has to continue to prove himself, you know, to kind of get to the forefront of the division and let people understand that he's here for real. And for Vergil Ortiz, man, this nigga's fearless. You're fearless to be barking up this Murtazaliev tree right now. And of course, if you can't get those other fights, this is it. You want to knock off one of the champions. I like it, man. I like it. Hopefully they can get something done. There's no date and venue, right? They're still trying to get past the bread right now. But if they can get this one done, man, this is one, if you fuck with Heavy Bag TV, we want to keep an eye on. All right, that's all I got for y'all on this one. Big T.O. heavy bag. I'm out of here. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.